And we are back in part two. Thank you for visiting Miss Kramer's art class. I'm so glad that you came and visited and do crafts with us. I'm so glad to see you here again. We started in part one. We learned about running stitch and we sewed the inside of our reindeer's head. So for the second part, we're gonna fill it. So all we need is some kind of filling to put inside. So I had one from Old Pillow, but you can buy it in Michael's too. So I like to recycle things and keep from throwing stuff away that would end up in, you know, be thrown out, and then the trash piles are accumulating, and we just want to recycle things so they are not polluting our planet. So this is really great recycling of things that you would normally throw away, like an old pillow. So we are using it in school and we are filling it really nicely like this. Just keep filling it up until you like how it looks like. Okay, I like that a lot. I'm really happy with it. And I'll show you some projects from students, and I'm gonna make some comments about this so you know what to look out for. So I'm gonna put this aside and show you some student projects. So this is a nice running stitch. This was a student project. What they usually forgot to do is somehow they didn't pull the string all the way, so they ended up running out of string here, but thank goodness we can fix that and pull it all the way. You need to keep pulling the string, friends, kids, okay, all the way till it stops. Okay, so don't stop there because you're gonna run out of thread. So that's one mistake I noticed. There's also other mistakes that students were doing, and they started doing a different types of stitch, which this one is called the hemming stitch. So that's okay, but hemming stitch is going to have some holes if you don't do it right. So for this one, I'm going to show you how to fix it. There's a lot of holes here for this student, but she was doing a hemming stitch. Hemming stitch is just going from under and letting this loop around, and you have to be a little bit tighter so that the filling doesn't fall off. So you gotta come kind of close by, and hemming stitch takes a little bit longer than the running stitch, but it's a nice stitch. Sometimes they call it a whip stitch when it's flat. So it's basically this, like that, going like this. And when you hemming, you're gonna go around. So you go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. So where is the dots? That's under. Okay, so it's like doing this kind of loop. It's called hemming stitch. This one is called whip stitch. Okay, so to fix this one, so she started doing this one. Oh, okay. And so I'm gonna help her fix it. So basically, you have to also not go where it's frayed. You have to go to a part that's gonna actually catch, not where it's frayed, because otherwise it's gonna come apart. So you're gonna go, let the loop go like this and pull it all the way. So it basically hems, finishes the edge. So you go from under and pull it to the other side and allow that stitch just to go around. But you have to be a little bit closer, otherwise your filling will come off. So this will take a couple of class periods. We only have 30 minutes usually after we distribute materials and do attendance and do all that. We don't have all that time. That's why we went with part one with a running stitch. But if you already started this hemming stitch, you can finish it. It just takes a little longer. And the student was doing a good job with that hemming stitch, but like I said, it needs to be a little bit closer, or the filling that we did put will also, disappear. It will come off from those holes in there. Okay, so that is how you're gonna finish it. Okay, so this student will finish hers. So I'm gonna put this aside. Let's show you some other projects here. Let me see this one. This student did really good. Okay, she did correct hemming stitch, running stitch, so she did correctly this one. Okay, very nice. So this student is all good. We're gonna save her project for next class and put it away. And this student again was doing the whip stitch. So we're gonna play this video. And also the student made the same mistake. Do you see the knot? So the student didn't pull enough to save and then run out of thread because didn't pull the yarn all the way through, and there's some holes in it. So we're gonna show the video how to fix those holes so they're a little bit closer. Okay, right there, so the filling doesn't fall out. So we have about 3 weeks till Christmas. Hopefully we get it in time for Christmas. Okay, so that one I'll put it aside. Students were having a hard time with the running stitch. Somehow they felt it was easier to go with the hemming stitch, and that's okay. We'll talk about it in class next time. So these are the projects. Sometimes they made the reindeer tiny, and that's okay. You know, that's really fine because it can be as small as this one too. So this is just fine. There's some hemming stitches mixed in with running stitches here in this one, and then this one same thing, running stitch, hemming stitch. So those are two different stitches, kids. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, our next step, I'm gonna put this away, and our next step, this is another student. She actually did a good job with the running, but she put it too far away, so now it might come out of here because you were supposed to come a little closer in the video. I was showing you to actually, I'm gonna fix this and show her in class the videos of me fixing it. So you gotta come closer here with the running stitch so that it doesn't fall out, the filling. You don't wanna have so many holes, okay? So I will give this to her in class so she can actually know about it. We gotta fix it. Now I gotta come back to where she left off. So I'm gonna just come out back this way. This way she is going to still have her needle in the place she left it, but we covered the holes. So she's gonna have 2 stitches instead of 1. And she's gonna continue right there, okay? So that's another student. Okay, so we're ready for the part 2. So we just filled it. Okay, you're gonna get some stuffing there, pillow stuffing. And so here for the head, you can do either the hemming stitch or you can do the running stitch. I'm gonna continue with the running stitch just because I want my reindeer to have that cute look, the same look that I already started here. So I am gonna push hard together and I'm gonna continue where I left off, but I'm putting my stitches very close to, not that close that it's gonna come out. So has to be the next one. Very close, but don't come through the hole twice or it's going to fall out like it happened on camera, which is a good thing. That way you know what not to do. And just keep coming really close, but not through the same hole so it doesn't unravel. And just keep stitching your running stitch. Okay. Very closely. Come through the back. And I hope you love this ornament. I love this ornament so much. It's gonna be so cute when it's done. I hope we finish it just before Christmas comes. So there we go. Alright, now when you finished, all you have to do is tie a knot. I usually just go under like so and go through here, go through the loop and tie a knot this way. I'll do it one more time just so it doesn't come out. So go under, put your needle through and tie a knot. Then you're safe and secure to cut it off. Now we're gonna cut out some reindeer shapes, reindeer horns, so from the scraps. So if you have a scrap triangle like this, you can cut in a little circle this way and then make this horn rounded on top, and just like that you will have your first reindeer horn, just like these. I don't know if you can see it very well. I think you can. So, and we're just going to, these were glued on. Do you see how it's glued on here? So we can glue it on, or you can sew them on. Okay, I think I'm gonna sew on mine, but gluing would be just fine. We might have a hot gluing class. If we're running out of time, it's gonna be easier to hot glue them. So again, if you have a scrap, you can just round it, cut another piece to it, so make it look like a reindeer horn. Okay, any way you like. They don't need to be perfect. Just to have kind of rounded edges, and you can either glue it with a hot glue gun that we'll have in class, or you can sew it on. Okay, so depending what we have time for and how far we are in the project, it might be easier to quickly hot glue them on the back. Okay, so just like so. Okay, that's number one. Now the nose, you're just gonna cut a circle, and I used a red felt. So to show you how to do that, I took a red piece of felt, and I am going to cut a circle. So go around the edges, cut one corner, kind of round it, turn and cut another corner, and continue cutting that other corner, and you have a circle. So we're gonna either hot glue it, I think we're gonna hot glue it on. So that's the nose, cute little nose. Now we just need some eyes, and you can choose different sizes of eyes. I have these cute ones. So you choose your eye color. We got different colors you can choose from. A baggie like that, okay? Also, the reindeer has ears. So you have the reindeer horns, and you can use a little bigger ears than you see here. Okay, a little bit ears. And so mine are gonna, I think I'm gonna round mine. That's a little bit too big. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller for the ears. And I'm just gonna hot glue it right there, like that. Actually, I'm gonna hot glue it like this. That looks more like an ear to me. There, and take another piece of scrap. We have lots of scraps from cutting the triangles. So take a scrap, and for the ear on camera so you can see it better, what I'm doing is just rounding it like an oval. Okay, you're gonna cut it out. Last part is to glue it all together, or sew it all together. I think I'm gonna just glue it. And actually there is a little string that we're gonna also glue on. So I am gonna cut off a piece of string so it can be all done like that. Okay, an easy way to do that will be to take a piece of burlap for the back of the reindeer, and then flip your reindeer over and tuck these things under and put the glue in between those two layers, including the string, all at the same time, and put some hot glue here, and then you're gonna sandwich it on top and hold it carefully, or hold it with scissors or something, because the hot glue is obviously hot. and you're gonna actually do it all at the same time and put the glue with the ears like this underneath it. Put the ears underneath as well and glue it all at the same time. That way it's gonna be all finished at the same time. And hold it until it dries and you're gonna have it done. And that's all, folks, today. That's all we have to do, and hopefully your reindeer came out amazing. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year soon, 2025. Now is your turn.